Hello, kindergarten. We are going to read chapters 4 and 5 of Junie B. Jones Has a Peep in Her Pocket by Barbara Park. On Saturday, Mother came into my room. She said we were going for shopping for clothes for the farm trip. I looked up from my coloring book. No, thank you, I said, on account of I'm getting a fever that day, so I won't actually be going to the farm. Mother laughed. Oh, don't be silly. Then she picked me up and she carried me out to the car. Yeah, only here's the problem. You are not respecting my wishes, I said. Mother laughed some more. I promise this will be fun. I did a huffy breath. Whatever, I said. Whatever is the grown-up word, for that is the dumbest thing I ever heard. And guess what? I was right. Shopping was not fun at all, 'cause Mother kept on making me try on clothes that I didn't want. First, she made me try on a shirt with checkery squares. Then she made me try on overalls with big, giant pockets. Plus, she tied a bandana around my neck, and she put a straw hat on my head. I looked in the mirror at myself. What do you know? I'm a cornball, I said. Only too bad for me, 'cause Mother said I looked cute as a button, and she bought those clothes anyways. Plus, she also bought me a throwaway camera at the drugstore. After we got home, I started to color again. So here she is in the outfit. She does not look happy, does she? Mother hanged up my new clothes. Do you want me to show you how to use the camera for the trip now? No, thank you, I said, on account of I am getting a fever that day, so I won't actually be going to the farm. After that, Mother did a big sigh, closed my door, and let me color in peace. I got tricked, 'cause on the day of the trip, I told Mother I had a fever. But that woman, she did not even take my word for it. Instead, she took my temperature. And so, what kind of trust is that, I ask you? No fever, she said. Then Mother dressed me in my farm clothes and she drove me right to my school. We pulled into the parking lot. Oh no, I said, oh no. 'Cause the bus for the field trip was right there, already parked next to the curb. Then she got me out of the car and she pulled me to my teacher. Good morning, Junie V, said Mrs. Don't you look cute today? I felt my forehead. I'm ill, I said. Mrs. smiled. I love your straw hat. My head is a flaming fireball, I said. Mrs. bended down next to me, and that bandana is absolutely darling. I'm burned into a crinkle, I told her. Crisp, said my mother. Whatever, I said. After that, Mother lifted me onto the bus and she handed me back my backpack with my lunch and my camera. She waved goodbye to me. I did not wave back, 'cause my hand did not feel friendly. Just then, my bestest friend named Grace came running to me. Junie B, Lucille and I saved you a seat. Then she grabbed my arm and she took me way in the back. I sat down next to Lucille. No, said that Grace. That is my seat, Junie B. She quick pulled me up. So where am I supposed to sit then? I asked. Lucille pointed across the aisle. Right there, silly. You're sitting right directly across from Grace and me. So it's almost like we're sitting together, except you'll be separate. I sat down. But there's nobody to talk to over here, I told her. Just then, that meanie Jim jumped up from the seat behind me. Me, you can talk to me, he said, laughing. And then he leaned into my ear and he hollered, cockily-doodly-doo! Chapter 5, E-I-E-I-O. The bus drove for a very long time. Polly Allen Puffer was sitting with that Jim I hate. While we were riding, he stood up right behind me. Junie B, listen to the song we just made up. And then he and Jim started singing their song as loud as they could. Old MacDonald had a nub, E-I-E-I-O, and on his nub he had a hat, E-I-E-I-O, with an ow-ow here and ow-ow there, here and out there and out everywhere and ow-ow, everywhere and ow-ow-ow, E-I-E-I-O. Finally, I covered my ears with my hands so I couldn't hear them anymore. And then I sing the loud song of my own, and it's called Ha Ha, I Can't Hear You. I invented the words myself. Ha ha, I can't hear you. Ha ha, I can't hear you. Ha ha, I can't hear you. I sing that song a jillion times, I think. Then all of a sudden the bus turned down a long dirt road, and oh no, it was the farm. We're here, shouted the children, very thrilled. I looked out the window. There was a big house with trees all around it. Also, there was a barn and a tractor and some chickens. I did a big gulp at those peccary things, 'cause chickens have pointy lips, just like roosters. I quick scrunched down on the bus floor, and then I hid it under my backpack very sneaky, 'cause maybe if I kept real quiet, Mrs. wouldn't see me, and I could hide on the bus the whole entire time. Lucille and that Grace stood up from their seats, and I made the shh sign at them. Here it is. You see her making the sign at them? It's like she's wanting to hide on the bus. Do not tell the teacher I'm here, and I mean it, I whispered. Only too bad for me, because just then I heard the worstest noise in the world. It was the noise of a big, dumb, tattletale boy. Teacher, Junie B. Jones is hiding on the floor. I see her, shouted that meanie Jim. Shh, I yelled. But Jim did not shh. Instead, he jumped right up on the bus seat and he pointed his finger at me. She's trying to hide under her backpack so you won't see her, but you can see almost all of her perfectly good. He got off the seat and waved to me, very teasing. Ta-ta, he said, and then he followed Lucille and Grace right off the bus. After that, my heart got very poundy inside, 'cause I heard the sound of footprints, that's why. I scrunched myself tighter. Junie B? It was the voice of Mrs. I didn't answer her. Junie B, I see you, okay? Your backpack isn't big enough to hide you. I looked up real slow. Hello, how are you today? I said. I'm fine, only I'm not actually hiding. Mrs. crossed her arms. Then what are you actually doing? She asked. I did a gulp. I'm tidying, I said. Tidying what? Asked Mrs. I thinked fast. I'm tidying the floor, I told her. I quick took off my bandana and then I wiped up the floor with it. Good news, I said. It's tidy now. All of a sudden I heard a chuckle and I turned my head and I saw some boots. Junie B. Jones, said Mrs. I would like you to meet Farmer Flores. Farmer Flores owns the beautiful farm we're going to be visiting today. I raised my eyes very slow. And then finally, I looked all the way to the top of his head. And that's when my arms got shivers all over them. Because guess what? Farmer Flores was wearing a hat. All right, kindergarten, that was chapters 4 and 5 of Junie B. Jones Has a Peep in Her Pocket by Barbara Park.